The House of Representatives has faulted the revised civic education curriculum on the basis that it runs contrary to the provisions of the 1999 Constitution as amended. In effect, the House has directed the Federal Ministry of Education to ensure that religious studies, which is the controversial aspect of the new educational policy, be taught in school in accordance with the spirit and letters of the 1999 Constitution as amended.
The resolution followed the adoption of a motion sponsored by Representative Benny La at the plenary session, with the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Sulaiman Yusuf Lassun, presiding over affairs of the House. Insisting on the removal of religion as a component of civic education, the lawmakers okayed the need to revert to the old order, whereby both the Islamic and Christian religions were taught as separate but optional subjects in schools.
As IRK, Islamic Religious Knowledge, and CRK, Christian Religious Knowledge, both of which were optional subjects. Also notes that the Federal Ministry of Education introduced a revised curriculum without due consultation of parents and stakeholders, and the new 9-year basic curriculum on religion and national values consolidated religious education and civic education under national values and made civic education a compulsory subject for senior secondary certificate examinations.
Civic education optional for both primary education. The motion is saying secondary, but I'm including primary education because it affects the Child Rights Act, and we cannot be upholding things that avoid ab initio.
Arguing that the policy contravenes Section 38, subsection 2, which stipulates that religion must not be imposed on pupils without the consent of their parents and guardians. La underlined the need for civic education, as was the practice in social studies over the years.
Section 38, subsection 2, specifically says that no child or no citizen shall be required to receive religious instruction in any educational institution. And if such religious instruction is given, it has to be with the approval of the parents or the guardian. So you can give religious instruction only where the parents and guardians approve.
The House further called on the Education Ministry to make civic education an optional instead of compulsory subject for SSCE examination, and should rather be taught under the subject government, as was the case under the previous curriculum. Arguing that the introduction of the policy of Section 10 and 38 subsection 2 of the Constitution should maintain that the religions aspect of the policy could be counterproductive and confusing to pupils who in the end would be caught between choosing either the Islamic or Christian religion studies.